When we're finding slope, right? That's basically what this whole unit is about, is just finding slope in a bunch of different ways. So far we've only seen two types of slope. We've seen a positive slope and we've seen a negative slope. Today we're going to talk about, Today we're going to talk about two kind of weird cases. One where we have a slope that is 0 and one where we have a slope that is undefined. Everybody say that word, undefined. Undefined. Okay, what does undefined mean? There's no direct answer for it? Not defined. There's no correct answer for it. Exactly. It's exactly what it sounds like. So this is where it definitely is going to get a little bit weird. We'll save that one for the end, okay? So let's go through what we already know, right? Starting with a positive slope, all right? We know that we have a positive slope when the line is slanted. You guys ready? Okay. We know we have a positive slope when our line is slanting uphill from left to right, right? Just like we're reading a book, we start on the left, we go to the right. If I drew a little person over here on the left side of my line, and I told that little person to walk to the other side of the line, they would clearly be going uphill. Everybody see that? Okay, go and draw a little person on there. Stick person. With an arrow going up the hill from left to right. Okay, we don't even need to find the rise over run. We can tell just by looking at it from left to right, we're sloping up. That means my slope's going to be positive. We got to wait 4 minutes. Zenot's going to go, and then you can go after her. Okay, I'll remember. So if we were going to find the slope, right, we remember our procedure. We start on the left. We rise either up or down. In this case, would we be rising up or down? We'd be rising up. And of course, always running to the right. Not too bad so far, right? Now the opposite of this would be obviously a negative slope. And we know that we have a negative slope when our line is slanted downhill from left to right. So what does that look like? It looks like from left to right, if I were to put a little person on the left side of my line, again here, right? L for left, there they are. If I told that person to walk to the other side of the line, it looks like they'd be going downhill. I'm gonna do my little arrow downhill like that. Give me a thumbs up if you see visually the difference between these two slopes. One slanting up, one slanting down. Okay. Again, if we wanted to do our rise over run, we could start here. We'd clearly be rising down. But we're always going to be running to the right, so we'd still be running to the right, right? Right. Can you go to the what? Why? What's wrong? Can you wait 3 minutes? Or okay.
That line is horizontal. Thank you.
Okay, go. Don't worry about the pass. Just go. She'll see that when she gets it. She's there. Okay. Quick show thumbs. How we feeling about the first two? Positive, negative. Yes? Good? Okay, let's swing our legs in and sit normal, please, so we can focus on this. Now, here's where we get into the weird stuff, right? Tariq, I heard you already say it. What type of line do you see on this third graph? Horizontal. Horizontal. What's another word for horizontal?
Straight.
Straight? What's another word? I'm thinking of a specific one. Starts with an F.
Flat?
Yeah, flat. It's a flat line. Right? It's a horizontal. It's a flat line. Anybody in here watch like Grey's Anatomy or anything like that? Like medical shows? Yeah?
I watch 911.
Okay, perfect. So on those type of shows, if they say that a patient flatlines, what does that mean?
They're dead. They're dead.
It means they're dead, right?
They have no vitals.
They have no vitals. Good. You definitely watch. You watch all the time if you know that. Is he not gonna- So I'm just going to do it over here on this side. Right? If you're looking at like a heartbeat monitor, it's going like this. You know, it's got all this activity. And then if someone flatlines, you see it goes like this. And then it goes beep. You know, it makes the long beep noise. Right? So what happens in this flatline part? What's the heart doing?
Zero. Like it's not beating.
It's not beating at all, right? So if this is 90 beats per minute, this would be 0 beats per minute. Right? So when you see a flat line, your brain should automatically think of the number 0. Okay? Everybody get that kind of connection? Tariq, are you okay? Okay. Okay, perfect. So if we've got a flat line, you should think of 0. Don't. Stay focused. Right? Another way we can think about it, if I'm walking across this floor, right? This floor is one big flat line.
Zero.
Does it look like it's taking a lot of effort for me to do this?
Yes.
To walk across the floor? No, that takes like no effort.
Zero effort.
0 effort. Okay, so if you want to think about flat line, 0 beats per minute, perfect. If you want to think about walking on a flat surface, taking 0 effort, perfect. Now, if we were actually going to do our procedure, right? Let's say I've got a point right here, and I got a point right there. Go ahead and make those 2 points on your flat line. All right? So, I'm always going to start on the left. Here's my leftmost point, right? And I'm going to rise first. How many units am I rising?
None.
None at all, right? How many units am I running? 5? For mine, it's 6. Yours might be 5, depending on where you put the points, but
Oh, I probably did.
that's okay. We ran 6 to the right, and we rose none. We didn't have to go up or down at all. You guys see that?
Yes, I knew.
Okay, so I rise 0 spaces and then run to the right. So my M, which is rise over run, would be 0 over 6. 0 over 6. Okay? Now, 0 over 6. Can we simplify that at all? No? Well, let's see. Let's try it out in a calculator and see what we get. If I did 0 divided by 6,
You just get 0.
right? We get 0. Okay? So the slope of this flat line is always going to be 0. It doesn't matter where it is on the graph. If it's perfectly horizontal, my slope is 0. Okay?
That's not going up or down.
Because we're not rising up or down at all. So my numerator is going to be 0.
It's not even a slope then.
Well, I love that you said that. Jasmine said, so it's not even a slope then. Technically, it is. Okay? And this is where we're going to get into the next one here. But if you can walk on it, it's a slope. So even though this ground is flat, I can still walk on it. It's still a slope. It's a slope of 0, but that's still a slope. What type of line do you guys see in this fourth graph? Vertical, right? Straight up and down. That is a vertical line.
But it's,
0
Now this is where it's going to be similar but different to the flat line. Let's say I've got 2 points, one at 3, one at -3. Go ahead and make those 2 points. So the floor of this room is flat, right? What part of this room is perfectly straight up and down? The walls, right? So it takes 0 effort for me to walk across the floor. Would I be able to turn and start walking up the walls?
Yeah.
No, right? I can't just put my feet on here and start walking up the walls. That would be impossible. If you can do that, you should probably, I don't know, see a doctor or something, but
It's impossible to walk.
it's impossible. Thank you.
Stay up the wall.
Oh, Spider-Man.
Okay, yes. If you're Spider-Man, you might be able to, but none of us in here, at least to my knowledge, are Spider-Man. So I'm going to say, for all of us, it's impossible for us to walk straight up the wall. Okay? Jasmine, go ahead. So let's think about this from our regular slope, right? We do the rise, we do the run. If I'm looking at this line and I've got these 2 points here, I always want to start on the leftmost point. Which one of these points is furthest to the left?
-3? I don't know.
Are they the same distance to the left? Technically, yeah, right? They're both equally far left. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start at the bottom one instead, okay? If I start at the bottom one, does it look like I'm going to rise up or down? I'm going to rise up. And it looks like it's going to be 6 spaces up. Okay, so I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many spaces over do I have to go?
None.
None. So my rise, let's do this again. M equals rise over run. We rose up and then ran 6 spaces. I know, this is more important. Okay, go ahead and get that copy down real quick.
Oh, what happened to my groups?
It's Mr. Church.
Say what?
Jen, I'll take a seat real quick for me. Thank you. You okay? Okay. All right. So where were we at? We were right here, right? So we started on the bottom. We rose up 6. We ran 0. So my rise over my run is going to be 6 over 0. Well, what is 6 divided by 0?
0.
I hear someone say 0. I hear someone say 6. Let's check the calculator because the calculator is never wrong, right? So we did 0 divided by 6, right? This was the previous run, and we got 0. Everybody see that? Okay, let's flip it around. 6 divided by 0. What do you guys think it's going to be? 0?
0. I'm betting on 0.
What does it say?
What about 0?
It says error. Error. It's not good. Let me check. Maybe it's just this calculator that's broken or something. Let me check this other one. 6 divided by 0.
I didn't go to the bathroom because like I tried to go to the office, but like it was taking too long. So Miss Mandy told me to like go to the other bathrooms, but it was too far, and I was scared that like my time was gonna go out.
Okay, no worries. Once we get started, I can send you again. Thank you. So let me do that again. 6 divided by 0 is error. Well, hold on. Let's try because I know my phone wouldn't lie to me. So let's see. If I do 6 divided by 0 equals, they all say error, okay? The reason why they say error is because we cannot divide by 0, right? Let me put it like this, right? This fraction represents, let's just say, a pizza that's cut into 8 slices, right? You guys remember that from elementary school?
Yeah.
So the denominator represents the number of slices that I cut. So we had 6 over 0. Can I cut a pizza into 0 slices? No. You may think, well, if I just don't cut it at all, well, that's just one big slice, right? I can't cut it into 0 slices, okay? It's impossible. Same thing here. I can't just walk straight up the wall. That would be impossible, okay? So when we have something like this, where my 0 is on the bottom of my fraction, my slope is equal to undefined. Okay, everybody write that in. Like we said, undefined means we cannot define it. We can't find the answer. There is no answer. Right? So going back to what Jaslyn said, right? If you can walk on it, there is a slope. Whether it's 0 or it's a positive slope, we're going uphill, or a negative slope. Are you guys okay over there? Because you guys are like talking like a lot. Okay. Okay, thank you. And see, now I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's try and think about it like this.